Where have I been? Right here. I just haven't been making any videos. Hello, everybody, and welcome to SuttonsDaze. If you're new here, my name is Lisa, and we are all about pantry preparedness. This past week has been kind of chaotic. It's been a little nuts. Everything in the news, everything in the world, life in general. Should I really be getting on an airplane with everything going on right now? All these different things happening. And then the weather. Yeah, the weather. It's snowing again. But in addition to that, I've been doing a few things here and there, but nothing to the point where I'm ready to pull out the camera and do it with you. So that's coming up here very shortly. But I do need your help because, people are people. For those of you that are on TikTok, this one's for you. I am on TikTok. I have enjoyed TikTok since the pandemic. It is something that I used hours of my time on during the pandemic. I think it's a fantastic resource. I think it is a wonderful social media outlet. I do not know about their information gathering. I cannot imagine it's a hell a ton worse than what any of the other ones are getting from us. And at this point, who cares? But I've always enjoyed TikTok. So I was really bummed when it shut down. And not so much that I put content out on there because every now and then I might, but it's different and it's faster and sometimes I just don't have it in me. But for the most part, I am a consumer of TikTok. And for that reason, I do enjoy it. So when they shut it off, I was kind of bummed. I'm like, number one, you're putting a whole bunch of people out of work. And you may or may not believe that it's work, but it's work, okay? And so I was kind of upset about that because it's work that pays better than McDonald's, if you do it right. So these people were making their livings at it, or they were supplementing their livings at it. It was bringing a lot of awareness and recognition to a lot of different things. So, yeah, that didn't sit real good with me. But okay, they shut it off, and then poof, it was back on. Now, prior to them shutting it off, by a couple of weeks or so, I had one of you fantastic people reach out to me and go, are you on TikTok? And I went, well, yeah, I'm on TikTok. They said, do you have videos on TikTok? Kinda, not really, kinda. Is it under a different name? I said, absolutely not. Anytime something opens up on social media, I go and grab my name just to prevent that kind of chaos. So I will put a link, possibly, or at least the name of the channel on TikTok. I think it's called True Prepping or something like that. I'm going to have to look it up. So anyway, they sent me a link. I went and I looked at it and I went, you've got to be kidding me. Hey guys, I'm a 59-year-old woman who believes in stocking your pantry and wants to help you do the same, okay? So that you have that safety net there in case of an emergency. And then there is some person, without getting, demonetized. That's the best I can come up with. There is a person on TikTok literally stealing my content and putting it up and building a channel on TikTok. Hey, the good news is people are digging my content. That's really awesome. The bad news is this creator is taking credit for it. So I went on there and I reported it twice to TikTok and got no resolution whatsoever. And then the ban came down and they shut down TikTok. And I went, well, okay, I'm not going to fight it too much. And then TikTok came back and I was a little busy with other stuff and it was kind of running around the back of my head. And this moron is still stealing my content. I'm sure they're going to come steal this one, but once I find out I'm talking about them, they're going to go away. So this probably won't end up there. But what I need you to do, if you have a TikTok account, is to look up that channel down below or use that link that I provide down below and report that channel to TikTok that they have stolen my content, that they're not me, that would be wildly helpful to me and I would greatly appreciate it while I continue to fight this with them stealing my content. Losers. Number two. So then somebody else messaged me just this week and said, Lisa, there's a channel that's got you on their video. I'm like, God, again? Really? I'm not that interesting. Um, so I went and I looked it out. And what they did is they took a couple clips of my videos, even some old ones, because I recognized, the kitchen, and put it into their narrated video. I am 100% positive that that is an AI channel. So nothing I can do about it. It's a very short clip. It's kind of like what you see other people do, only they typically grab like famous people. But um, not much I can do about that. But thanks for letting me know. I greatly appreciate it. But what I do want to throw out there is a caution. Okay. If you are not seeing a person on the videos, you're just hearing a voice on all of the videos. If the information is kind of vague, it's an AI channel, guys. It's an artificial intelligence channel creating the video. So when we do videos, we are asked, is there any AI content in this? And you're supposed to say yes, no, whatever. So apparently they do allow it, but it's an AI video. Now, here's my caution about AI videos. A, it's not a person. It's regurgitated stuff that is not even fact checked. Okay. The problem with AI is that it just scours the web and pulls in whatever information it finds, whether it's right or not. If you do a Google search now, and I'm not familiar with any other search engines, what they're doing, but I know for a fact Google, if you type in a question in Google, the very first thing at the top of the page will be an AI answer of their bots out there scouring the internet, pulling down information. Again, the problem with this is it's never factual. There are always errors in it, and there's always misinformation. So if you are, say, searching for how to can something, okay, this is why you go to the trusted resources like the National Center for Home Food Preservation, Ball, Bernardin, Pomona's. Uh, you don't trust that answer at the top or randomly some web page that might lead you the wrong way, because those are going up AI now too. They give you some wrong information, drastically wrong. Like, be sure to can your pasta with this and be sure to can your milk with that. And no, 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 no. And what happens if somebody gets killed with the information? Well, who are they going to go after? So you have to be careful who you source your information from. Artificial intelligence shouldn't be it. Next. I get a lot of comments all the time when I sit here and chat in this spot or if I'm in the kitchen. And right there, you will see an island. It's a movable island that we have in the kitchen. Its sole purpose for existing, because I'd rather not have it there, its sole purpose for existing is to have the cat food up off the floor where the dogs can't get to it. What? Yeah, really. So when you see the cats jump up on that island, there is never food prepared on that island. There is never food staged on that island. There's never food eaten off that island unless you're a cat. Okay? So if you have a problem with my cats being on their island, please go tell somebody who cares. What have I been doing with my time? I have been doing all the things, okay? First, I can't tell you the last time I got on an airplane, so I've been researching what I can bring on and what I can't bring on and how big my bag has to be and all that kind of stuff. But in addition to that, I've also made yogurt. Yes, I made yogurt, okay? Now, I am going to be putting out a video about this probably, later on this coming week. But just a short synopsis is I tried to make one batch in the Instant Pot. Epic failure, waste of time, waste of milk. Tried to make a second batch in the Instant Pot. Epic failure, epic waste of time and money. Then I went and I researched another way to do it. And I did talk to Dazer Charlie and asked how she did it. And I didn't even do it that way. Okay. So what I found was a way that I have made 3 batches of yogurt now. They have turned out every single time. The part that I am fine tuning now is that I am coming from a taste preference of artificial sweeteners and sweetened Greek yogurt, okay? We don't care for the sour taste, so I did learn, like with the first batch that came out, that I let it sit too long to strain. And the second batch that came out, still let it sit a little bit too long to strain. And I haven't quite perfected flavoring it because I don't want maple syrup and I don't want honey. The whole idea is to keep the carb count down. So that's what I'm working on now. And so the next batch, I'm working on flavoring with some new things that I picked up. And so when that turns out, because I have all the faith that it will, I will be sharing that with you guys. It's a simple thing to do. For me, the hard part is timing it, because if I, heat it up, do all the thing, let it ferment, whatever, and then strain it. I have to fine tune the time so that there is less opportunity for it to ferment too much and to strain that much of the way out. Now, the really cool part is I did make a loaf of bread for Phil using the whey instead of water. Oh my God, that bread was so good. So good. So if you do make your own yogurt, and you do make your own bread, I saw somebody say just supplement half of the water for the whey. Oh no, use it all. Use it all, because it was a phenomenal loaf of bread. It was so good. I was very happy with the way that turned out. I'm going to have to plug in all of the information from the ingredients and the whey to find out exactly what the stats are on it, but really good bread. Really good. A lot of us kind of declared this Frugal February. Why? Because they both start with F, but kind of a continuation on from the January Pantry Challenge, if you were doing that, as what the January Pantry Challenge tends to do for me is supercharge my interest and energy into finding new ways to save money. I think quite a few of you run into the same thing. And so Frugal February, yeah. So when I sent out the newsletter, have I mentioned the newsletter? If you go to the website, link down below, my website, okay, right at the very top, there's a border, and you can subscribe to the newsletter. And I try to get out one a week. I'm late today. It should have gone out this morning. It's going to go out tomorrow morning. So if you want to sign up, now's a really good time. But I try to get it out on Saturday mornings early. And it kind of just lets you know what's going on, gives you some good information to work on, recap some stuff. I try. What can I do? But it's a way to keep in touch in case what? In case YouTube goes away? Is YouTube going away? Who knows? I mean, honestly, if the whole TikTok ban hasn't taught us anything, it has taught us that social media is something that can be taken away like that, and that if we want to stay in touch, we need to make sure that we have a backup way to do it. And so, honestly, that's the newsletter. That is my way of making sure that we can communicate. It's an easy way for you to communicate back with me, because you can respond to the newsletter and ask me questions or tell me stories or whatever you want to do. But definitely go check it out. And that is where the recipes are housed and, different things like that. But I digress. You know how you start talking and you forgot what you were talking about? Frugal February, that's what I was talking about. So, Frugal February is something that I'm kind of doing. I have a list of topics that I kicked out on the newsletter last week. And so we will be tackling those over the next few weeks. And it's everything about different ways to be frugal, different ways to pay attention to things you can be frugal with. And we're going to kind of add that into the content, both the newsletter, the Facebook group, and the YouTube channel. So if you want to tag along for that, definitely sign up for the newsletter. It's a great way to keep track of what's going on. And if you missed anything, it's really easy to see what happened. For my last little bit here, okay, if you are running into times where you're feeling overwhelmed or anxious or anything else, okay, um, it's something that a lot of people I know are feeling right now. And I hate that. That bothers me. People shouldn't feel like that just for existing. But it's happening a lot right now. And so take time to take care of yourself. Unplug when you have to unplug. Okay. Don't put your head in the sand. Nobody should be an ostrich. It's not a good way to go. but you have to kind of know what's going on. You can observe it without ingesting it, if that makes sense. Okay. Just be aware, surface aware of what's going on, how this could impact you, me, your friends, your neighbors, your family, whoever, um, and and make decisions from there. But honestly, everything is way too early to decide on anything. There's just a lot of chaos right now, and it sucks. And I get it. If you're feeling overwhelmed or anxious or mad, or or sad, or whatever the case may be, just take a break. Just take a break. And even somebody like me, who I'm on social media fairly regularly, okay? We've got the Facebook group. I have Instagram. I have TikTok. I have YouTube. I have all the halves, right? This is how I communicate with different people. I answer people's questions when they toss them my way. So, I'm on here because I want to make sure that I'm available for everyone. But at the same time, I am in charge of the information that I take in. And so I will scroll on by. If I hit a limit, then I will just scroll on by, try not to read it, try not to look at it, find something else to do for a little while. There was a time last week where, Phil is like, "Did you hear?" And I went, "Nope, nope, 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 nope." Took in 15 minutes this morning. It trashed my morning. I'm done. I don't, no more. I'm done for right now, and I'll catch up later on tonight or tomorrow because it's not going anywhere. So learn how to regulate yourself with that, because it'll drive you just bonkers. That's the word I'm going to use. Bonkers. Bonkers. So my two questions for you, if you're still here with me, I hope you're still here with me. My two questions for you are: one, if you are on TikTok, if you will go and help me report that moron who is stealing my content, I would appreciate it. I am trying to build up SuttonsDaze. I will get better at posting there regularly, I hope. Anyway, and then the second thing is, if you sweeten your homemade yogurt and you are watching your carb intake, okay, what do you use to successfully sweeten your homemade yogurt? Inquiring minds want to know. And this week, I'll show you what I am trying to do and what I have done and how easy it is to make this yogurt. It's so easy. Why do they make everything look harder than it has to be? It's crazy easy. You need one thing. You need a thermometer. Yeah. Okay, everybody, you don't need an Instapot, just a thermometer. I hope that if you are in the path of the current snowstorm, that you are safe and stocked up and at home keeping warm. And for everybody that's down south sweating in 80-degree weather, I feel for you. I do. I really do. And for all of you all together, please be safe. Stack it to the rafters, my friends.